So we want to open the floor now to comments, questions. We have a number of people that do cross-border business and others interested in doing that. So what are some of the things that are on your minds today? Well, I know of an issue that we're dealing with within our company, and that is when you're dealing in some of the countries on the Asian side of things, you deal with cloning, forgery, loss of proprietary information. And I know the government has been working on that and trying to seek some agreements, but there's almost no clout for us as Canadian manufacturers and those who own brands. Can you just update us on what your ministry is doing in that regard?
Well, the most important development we have underway is our actually new copyright bill, C-32, which is in the House of Commons, which is very important to satisfy a lot of the folks with intellectual property concerns, including our trading partners. The European Union and the United States are among them. So we hope that that will get to pass. It has been unfortunately delayed and tied up in committee unreasonably so by the opposition, who I think they, on balance, realize it makes good sense, but there are winners and losers in any one of these kinds of exercises, and there are a lot of folks these days that like to not be constrained by, they like to be able to take whatever they want off the internet. They don't want to have to worry about legal consequences, and they represent a fairly active lobby, and that's giving a lot of incentive for the opposition to delay it. So the hearings have been going on and on with dozens and dozens more witnesses than are necessary. So if I can deliver a message there, if you can tell folks in the opposition parties get on and get Bill C-32, the copyright bill, passed, that'll help us a lot in being able to deal with that. There's a fairly active program, again, as former public safety minister, I can tell you, of dealing with some of these problems across the borders with shipments when they can. But there's also an interesting other phenomena, which a lot of people don't know about, and now that I'm not public safety minister, I feel more comfortable talking about it. RCMP didn't want me talking about it too much, but in many cases where they find folks trading in fraudulent counterfeit goods, we can't get the cooperation of the private sector companies to launch legal actions, which you basically need, because they manufacture the product, the brand's out there, and they're more concerned about the harm to the brand from folks knowing there are counterfeits out there than they are about the loss on their trade. So on balance, they say, just keep it quiet. We don't want to do prosecutions. We don't want to do that. And that's very, very frustrating, obviously, for the folks that are engaging in that, trying to take that on. It's also dangerous for consumers, too, if we can't take appropriate legal actions, because you have, you're dealing with some consumer products. I know there's some cases people know about, for example, toothpaste, where toothpaste coming in, it looks like a name brand toothpaste, but the fact isn't, and you don't know what's in it, and some of it has been found to have nasty stuff in it. Well, this is a real health and safety danger. So we've tried to create some separate powers on products like that to allow us to pull those products off the shelves. Believe it or not, anything other than food, recalls are all voluntary, and you can't pull stuff off the shelves. We've tried to create that power to do that for deal with some of these counterfeit products through legislation. So we're taking steps to do it, but we do need the help and support of the private sector sometimes on prosecutions too. The most important piece will be that copyright legislation.